Hello everybody and welcome here to IndySportsCrew.com and my Monday night reaction. And I know we're a little bit delayed on this, but with the holidays and everything, had to do the Monday night reaction tonight on Wednesday. But first off, we have some good news and some bad news, I guess, if you're in Indiana. Great news is the Colts win in Kansas City, secure a playoff berth as the number 5 seed. Bad news is the crazy wintry conditions that we had Wednesday here in Indiana and throughout much of the Midwest, I guess you would say. But lots of snowfall, and a lot of people didn't have to go to work today, and so I hope everyone's safe as far as that goes. But back to the Colts, and that's what we do all these Monday night reactions about. And the Colts win at Kansas City 20-13. Like I said before, that clinches their playoff spot like we've been talking about. I mean, it's just a crazy run. You're 10-5 now. You've already secured a playoff spot with 1 week to go. Nobody really pictured this at the beginning of the season. It's pretty crazy to even, it was crazy to consider at that point, and it's hard to wrap your head around now. But it's true, the Colts are going to the playoffs. They're going to be on the road as the number 5 seed in the wild card weekend, but you're in the playoffs, you give yourself a shot. But let's talk about the Kansas City game real quick. Let's face it, this was an ugly game for the Colts. They did not play well, but we've seen games like this before where they don't play well. Hang in there, hang in the game, find a way to win late. That's what the fourth quarter was in Kansas City. I don't know how many of you remember the old movie, The Program. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there do, but that's kind of what the fourth quarter sequence to me really reminded me of. Kansas City comes all the way back. They tie the game. They're driving the ball. It comes down to 4th and 1, and the defense stops them. A huge play by the defense there. Gets the offense back on the field. They take over, and just like I said, from the program, you get in the huddle, and I could just picture Andrew Luck telling everybody, hey guys, let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner. And that's what the Colts did. They put together a drive, drove down the field. He hits Reggie Wayne for a 7-yard touchdown pass. That's the game winner as the defense comes up huge again and stops him, and the offense is able to run out the clock. Kansas City doesn't get the ball back. That's what that fourth quarter was. The defense stepped up when they had to. The offense scored when they had to. You win the game, you go to the playoffs. Also in the game at Kansas City, Andrew Luck, the fine rookie quarterback for the Colts we've been talking about all season long, and everybody's been talking about all season long. Yeah, he is second in the league in turnovers, but on Sunday, he broke the rookie passing record for yards in a season. He breaks Cam Newton's record from last year. Right now, with 1 game to go, he already has 4,183 yards, so you expect him to put up some yardage in this last week, depending on how much he's going to play. It'll be interesting to see how the Colts play this out with already clinching the spot and no seeding to be determined. You're going to be the number 5 seed, so I expect some people to be resting to get ready for that AFC wildcard weekend game against whoever it's going to be. That's the next thing we want to talk about. Is you're in as the number 5 seed. You're locked into that position, and so you have to look ahead to this. You know you're going to be on the road, and you're going to be either at Baltimore or at New England, depending on how things shake out. If both of them win, you're at Baltimore. If both of them lose, you're at Baltimore. The only way you would play at New England is if Baltimore is to win and New England loses to the Dolphins on Sunday. So that's the only way you're going to be going at New England, which we saw how that went earlier in the season. Not very well for Indianapolis. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But another big thing to look forward to this weekend, you play the Texans at home, final regular season game. The Texans are playing for seeding, as if they win, they clinch the number 1 overall seed in the AFC playoffs, and they'll be at home until the Super Bowl as long as they continue to win. For the Colts, the number 5 seed, not as much to play for, but head coach Chuck Pagano, he is back. He had the press conference on Christmas Eve to announce he's going to be on the sidelines again on Sunday when the Texans come here to Lucas Oil Stadium. So that's very exciting. A guy who's fought through a lot. We know the team, they've been doing their best to win and continue to fight and show Coach Pagano, what he means to them. They've got into the playoffs. He's going to be back, and it's going to be awesome to see if they're going to be able to ride the momentum now that he is back. And once you get to the playoffs, and see if that can help them carry them and get a road win in that AFC wildcard weekend. Because as we've seen before, a team that gets hot in the playoffs, even as a 5 or 6 seed, can make a run to the Super Bowl. I don't know if the Colts are up to that much because they do have a problem with turnovers, but you can't disagree with being 10-5 right now and going to the playoffs in a year that you were expected to be at the lower echelon of the AFC. Thanks for coming to IndySportsCrew.com, and we'll see you again next time.